Hi friends, it's Amanda here from Faithfully Homemade, and today I'm going to show you Unit 5 of my Early Learners Math curriculum. I already showed you Unit 1 in a previous video, so if you're interested in that, here's Unit 1, and I will leave a link to that below. But here's the curriculum, and it is going to have 11 units. Here's Unit 5. Unit 5 is addition, so let's get right into it. There are 5 parts to each unit. The first part here is the teacher's guide. Now, for this unit, I decided to print out the teacher's guide small like this, so it all fit on one page because I figured that would help me save a little bit of paper. But if you saw Unit 1 video, I printed them out. Here's Unit 1. I printed them all out separately. So you can print out the teacher's guide just like this if you prefer. It provides checklists and things like that. It provides skill lists. But for Unit 5, like I said, I decided to save a little paper, and since it's just for me and it's not for the student, I printed it out like so. Okay, so then the next part of this curriculum is these. These are the reference charts. So every unit has reference charts. Since this unit is all about addition to 10, it has addition family reference charts. Here you can see. I printed mine out in color, but you can also print them out in black and white. And it gives the student the addition family, and also gives them a picture reference. So here's the 5 addition family. So here we have 0 plus 5 equals 5, and then there's a visual picture. 0 plus 5 equals 5. 1 plus 4. So here's 1 plus 4 equals 5. So it gives them a visual along with the addition family for each of the 10 addition families. Here's 7, here's 8, here's 9, and here is 10. Okay, the next section of this curriculum are the interactive worksheets. So here we have a cut and paste for numbers 4 and 5. And a cut and paste for numbers 6 and 7, and a cut and paste for numbers 8 and 9. Then here we have 10 frame sums. So they have to decide what the missing number is to equal 10. So here are the 10 frames, and so this would be 8 plus 2 equals 10. This would be 6 plus 4 equals 10. Now they can write it with a pencil, or you can make it a little bit more interactive. I showed you this in Unit 1, and these are just number tiles, but you could use number magnets, whatever you have, to kind of make the worksheets a little bit more interactive. So here I could do 8 plus 2, and the child would grab the number 2 tile and put it on their worksheet. That way they could also reuse the worksheets later on if you wanted as well. So here would be 6 plus 4 equals 10, and I would just grab the 4 and put it here. Or of course they can always write it with pencil and do the worksheet just like that. Okay, the next worksheet is a roll and add. So they're just going to roll a die, and then they're going to add and write the sum, or they could add and use their number tiles to put the sum down, and they're just going to continue on until all of the problems have been solved. This one is making 5. So the other page I showed you where they were making 10s. This one they're making 5. They're going to use 2 different colored crayons, so like a blue and a red. And they're going to show different ways to make 5. So they would take the blue crayon and color in 1, and then take their red crayon and color in the rest, and that would show 1 plus 4 equals 5. Then they could take their blue crayon and color in 2, and their red crayon and color in 3, and that would show 2 plus 3 equals 5, and so on. So they're going to do that to show different ways to make 5. This one is baseball sums, so they're just going to add and write the equation. This one is a spin and color. I like to use a brad and a binder clip, or a pencil and a paper clip, and to make my spinner. And as they spin, if they spin a 6, then they would color this one because this makes 6, 4 and 2. And then they would just keep spinning, and they would color. If they, spun a 7, then they would color one that equals 7, and so on. This one is hot dog sums. So what they're going to do is they're going to cut out these hot dogs, and they're going to use them to help them add. And then this last one is a pumpkin match, where they can cut and put the number, or they can use their number tiles. So here I have 4 plus 3 is 7, so I would put a 7 there, or I would cut out the 7 and put it there. So that is how they would do this page. Okay, the next section is, this unit comes with a unit test. All of the units do. And so here's what the unit test for Unit 5 looks like. It's addition. And just those 2 pages. Now, the next part of my curriculum is the interactive games, and I call them the interactive centers. And here are some examples of them. I showed them in another video, except for I didn't show 2 of them, so I'm going to show you 2 of them today. But here are just some examples of them. We've got the puzzles, this Math Star rolling game where they add. Here is triangle number bonds. I keep all of the activity centers in these plastic bags, and I keep them labeled. This one is going bananas for sums. That one's fun. This one's the doghouse sorting, where they have to sort the addition problems to the doghouse. This is an addition match game. Okay, now I'm going to quickly show you some of the centers that I didn't get to show you in my previous video. I will leave a link below to that video so you can see all these centers in action as well. But here's one that I didn't get to show you before. And this one, they have these cards, and they all have addition problems on them, as you can see. And here I have just some. These are actually erasers that my son likes to use to help him add, but any kind of manipulative if the child needs it to help them add. So here I have 2 plus 1. So I'm going to have 2 red cars plus 1 green car makes how many cars? 1, 2, 3. So he would count and he would add. If the child still needs practice, they still need a manipulative. And then what they're going to do is they're going to write their answers. So here, this one equals 3, this one equals 5, and this one equals 2. I'm using a dry erase marker because I have laminated these, so it will erase off and we can reuse them. Okay, so then after I've done that, I'm going to use my follow the code page. And here, this problem was in green, so I'm going to look on the green. I'm going to look for my answer, which is 3. And I see a W. So for this box, it's going to be a W. Here's red, and my answer was 5. So I look for red, and my answer was 5, so it's E. And this one, my answer was 2, and it's B. So it should make a word, and it did. It made the word web. And then the last step, the children are going to look through their cards and try to find the matching picture. Here it is, web. So this mystery math was the word web. Then they would go on and try to figure out what the next one is. Okay, this other one is called Count On Addition Puzzles. And what they're going to do is they're going to use these puzzles to help them learn to count on when they're adding. So here is 7 and then 2 more, 7. They can use their finger to touch. 8, 9. So 7 plus 2 equals 9, and they're going to match it up. Now another thing you could do, I like to use these little manipulatives. They're just pom-poms glued onto magnets, and it gives them a tactile way to practice. So here's 7, and they would do 8, 9. 7 plus 2 equals 9, and I will put that on there. Teaching kids that you start with the bigger number and then you count up. So here, this one is 3, 4, 5, 6, and then they would find the matching piece. And you guys have probably seen something like this before. These are just addition cards where they would clip their answer, or they could cover up their answer. So for example, this one equals 5, so I could use these and I could cover up the 5, or I can use those little clips and I could cover it up. So those are just some more examples of some of the centers that come in this unit, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, guys. I will leave links below to everything. Bye.